feel being at Oxford has been very liberating for me because here I can just be my brain, I can be my own intellect. I'm not just framed by my physical form, which has really helped me, I guess, heal quite a lot of the worries that I had when I was growing up. The work's hard when you're here, and that can get you down quite a lot of the time. But the thing that's so great is that I've had lots of supportive friends who have been there. Although a lot of my friends haven't directly broached the issue of my disability, I have found that when I do discuss it with them, that they bring some really interesting perspectives to it, often based on the subjects that they're doing, and that sheds some really interesting light on my disability and how to cope with it, and I guess how disability should work or should be perceived in the context of society generally. I think coming to Oxford, you're constantly questioning yourself, you're questioning your intellect, you're questioning all sorts of your disabilities. You're used to being around people that are extremely high achievers, and you try and work out where you fit in that context. But I think through all of that and through those times when you do get tired and the work does grind you down, you realise actually how fulfilling it is. And how fantastic it is to be with people that you can have just wonderful conversations with. And I guess coping with the emotional side of my disability, I came here being very concerned with how people would perceive me, whether they would actually see me as a person and as a personality. And I was really happy to discover that they did, that they saw beyond, I guess, my physical restrictions and saw me as a personality. Not that that doesn't happen elsewhere, because it does, but it just seemed to be more pronounced here, and I felt therefore that I was able to develop my own levels of confidence and my ability to cope with something that is quite difficult to cope with. My disability affects all four of my limbs. I was born with it. It's a congenital disability. I have foreshortened arms with a digit on each hand. I had my amputation on my right leg when I was 11 months old, and various subsequent operations since then. My disability affects my work life in a number of ways. It makes me quite tired. Physically doing the work is sometimes more time consuming than it would be for most normal people. And I use a certain software in which I dictate to the computer in order to help me write my essays. And I also have an amanuensis, which is like a scribe for my exams. Coming to Oxford University is a very daunting task, especially if you have a disability. But I would say that it's as much a positive challenge for yourself to get through as it is a challenge that the university should be pushed in order to facilitate you in doing that and enabling you to achieve that goal.